Hello, and welcome to this edition of Carroll Helping Carroll, produced at the facilities of the Community Media Center right here in Carroll County. My name is Scott Heilman, and it is my absolute honor to have been asked here today to talk about a fantastic nonprofit organization called Blank Canvas to Art. Casina Costley, founder and executive director of the organization that helps empower students with leadership skills and so much more, all through the power of art, joins me here tonight. Casina, welcome, and thank you for letting me be part of this.
Thank you, Scott, for having me and hosting this segment. I really appreciate it. And I also thank the CMC for having us here as
Absolutely.
their guests. Blank Canvas to Art, it's just taken off so much that I'm just in awe of how many people it's touching, how many people it's reaching out to, how many people is becoming familiar with what we do. And I'm happy that they asked us to come in.
Yeah. So let's get people familiar with what you do.
Okay.
First of all, a lot of times on a show like this, the host will say, my good friend. But we actually are good friends. We've known each other through nonprofit and other things, and it's wonderful to be here. So, leading up to that, what happened in Casina's brain to create and found Blank Canvas to Art?
So Blank Canvas to Art was actually formed because my nephew, his name is Perry Allen Costley, and he was a high schooler, and he wanted to have family. And in that family that he found, because he was the only child, and he was a latchkey child, he found was a gang. And of course, after he came out of high school, they had him out in the street, and he realized that that wasn't the life that he wanted. And so he wanted to come out of it. But unfortunately,
that's not an all easy thing to do all the time.
No, it's not, and they took his life. So when my older sister, Vanessa Costley Williams, she went in his room, she found all of this art, and she found poetry. And in one of the most significant poetry that he wrote was a poem, and it talked about how he went to the gang, and because he saw his mother and his father having disagreements, and he thought that that was the life that would help him. And so, and then I saw some pictures, and I said, you know what? He already had the entrepreneurship mindset. If he would have just took that and somebody showed him that what you're doing can really create a business, can bring you revenue, but it's legal revenue, and your life would never have ended. Yes, you might not be a millionaire, but you still have value. And that's how Blank Canvas to Art entrepreneurship program came to life.
And you said if he had had the opportunity to do that.
Right, if he knew, if he had the skills.
But there wasn't at that time the opportunity that now is called Blank Canvas to Art. So it comes from a very personal place, as most nonprofits do, I think, with the founders. I know I'm the president of one now and a previous one, and you do these things from passion. From those, I won't call them humble beginnings, but from those tragic beginnings, if you will, how has it begun to evolve into helping other people avoid his fate?
So basically, I have to give you this one other story. I was in a program called Discipleship School at my church, New Psalmist Baptist Church, and we went out on a missions trip, and I was talking to homeless people, and it just so happens it was a teenager, and I began to talk to him, and I asked him, you know, what is it that you do? What happened? And he was telling me about his going to prison and going to jail, and how art saved his life. And so that made me think about him again, because he said he was doing drugs and he couldn't remember stuff, but writing poetry and doing art actually kept his mind. So that was how it really, really hit home again, that there is a need out there.
And so now Blank Canvas Art exists. People can find it on blankcanvastoart.com, and you can learn more about that there. This has been Carroll Helping Carroll. We've been talking about Blank Canvas to Art, and this is brought to you through the facilities of the Community Media Center here in Carroll County. Thanks for watching.